Good morning, guys. I hope everyone is doing well. I know it's early and I know this is get dinner on the table, but we're gonna get breakfast on the table. So yesterday my husband made a trip to Sam's just really quick to pick up. We were making a homemade lasagna. We needed cheese. I thought we had cheese. We didn't have enough. And so he went to Sam's to get the big, huge bag of cheese, and they ended up, because it's like closer to us than anything, as far as any other grocery store, even Target. And so he was running to get that, and they didn't have any. And he needed ricotta too, and they typically have that at Sam's, but yesterday they didn't. Anyway, so he was looking around at other stuff because he cannot go in and get out ever out of any store. And he grabbed me a copy of the Magnolia Journal. I love Joanna Gaines. Hey, Catherine, how are you? I love it. And last night I was thumbing through it, and I found a recipe in here that I had to try. And it is this blueberry lemon bread that looks amazing. So we are gonna make that this morning for breakfast. We're gonna make a whole loaf of it, and it's very simple ingredients, and it looks really, really delicious. So it's 2 cups of flour, a cup of sugar, some baking powder. You're gonna use salt. We're gonna use the zest of a lemon, which I have a lemon right here. We're gonna use a couple of eggs, milk, butter. And for my butter, I'm using Kerrygold. I don't know. Hey, Trish, how are you? The other day, I don't know if you guys saw me make the old-fashioned homemade biscuits, but I always try to keep Kerrygold butter on hand, and anything that I'm baking or anything like that that calls for butter, I try really, really hard to use Kerrygold. It's creamy and smooth. It's just a smooth butter. It's so good. And for years you could only get it in like a 1 pound, I guess that's a pound, it actually may be half a pound slab, but now they're making them, you can get them in the sticks. So we're gonna put that in the microwave and melt that in just a minute. And then we also have our fresh blueberries. So I've actually got those right here. Yay. They're still kind of dripping. I just washed them off. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the camera down so that you guys can see me, and I wanna show you guys just how quickly this comes together. It does take 60 minutes for it to cook. So go on about your day and do whatever. Finish unloading the dishwasher. You can see back there where I've started unloading the dishwasher. Have a cup of coffee, get your homeschool day started, whatever it is. This is, if you're a working mom, this is a great, or working outside the home mom, this is a great recipe to make on a Saturday morning. Make this tomorrow morning for the family. I think you guys will really love it. Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. And we're gonna get started. All right, okay. So the very first thing I'm gonna do is, this is our, I feel like this is super crooked. How's that? Let's do it that way. Okay, so I'm gonna take the butter and I'm gonna put it in this little, I have a glass, I showed you guys these the other day. I have a glass bowl that I am going to cut this up, or actually I'm just gonna break it in half. Like, look at how smooth that is. Seriously, it is like so creamy. I'm gonna put it in here and pop it in the microwave because we do want melted butter. Now remember, different recipes call for different things, and if it says room temperature butter, you need to do room temperature butter. If it says melted butter, you need to do melted butter. And you don't want to have butter going too long in your microwave unattended because it will catch on fire. So just make that note and pay attention to what you're doing. I like to check it every, once it's been in there for 15, 20 seconds, I like to keep an eye on it. Every 5 seconds or so, just kind of peek in on it to make sure it's gonna go fast. Like it's already, oops, that was the egg crate. It's already almost completely melted. Let me just stand here real quick and watch this. Okay, so this is at 30 seconds. It's almost completely melted. And this is not even very hot. So actually, yeah. See how that, we don't even have to put it back in. I'm just gonna leave that sitting. And those last little bits will finish melting down. So that was literally 30 seconds total. Okay, in this bowl, we're going to do 2 cups of flour. So I keep flour. I have flour and sugar in these huge containers here. I don't know if you guys can see them. I bought some lake bowls from an online store called Classy Clutter, and they're just little sticker labels that go on. You get a whole set of them for like sugar, flour, oats, snacks, what have you. All the pantry labels. For right now, when I bought them, I want to say they were $24, and I got them on sale for like $20. Well, right now they have it all marked down to like 12 bucks. So they must be discontinuing them. If you need any of that, it's classyclutter.com. Go check those out. I think they're super cute. And then you can leave your flour and sugar sitting out on the counter. Okay. Let's get our... Can you hear the dogs next door just barking away? All right, there's 1 cup of flour, and I'm using all-purpose flour. And here's 2 cups of flour. And then we're gonna do a cup of sugar. The same kind of container for my sugar. We just use so much of it. It's helpful to use these large, this is about a gallon container, maybe a little bit bigger, that holds my flour and my sugar. Let me get a cup one here. Okay, so there's that. And then we want to add our baking powder, which is 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Teaspoon, not tablespoon. 1, 2. There we go. I hear kids getting up upstairs. Remember, we homeschool. We're home all day. We're home all day. We're home all night. So we kind of get a slow start sometimes. I'm going to use table salt, and it calls for half of a teaspoon. So my half a teaspoon measuring spoon is broken because death by garbage disposal. So yeah, there's that. All right, so we have all of our dry ingredients. So I'm just going to stir this up a little bit. Our sugar, our flour, our baking powder, and our salt. Just want to mix it up a little bit. This is so easy, guys. This is going to come together super, super easy. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. And we're going to pull in this bowl. And in here, we're going to do 2 eggs. Anybody else buy eggs by the 36 flat? Like, seriously, we go through a lot of eggs. Okay, so we're gonna crack our eggs in here. And I'm gonna whisk these up so that everything comes together easily once we add our butter and such. Okay, so there's that. Now we're gonna add our butter. See, this butter finished up. 30 seconds. We're going to add that in here. Actually, let me wash my hands real quick because I have egg on them. And eggs carry salmonella, guys, so I'm always so nervous about that. Okay, I just don't want to, I'm always so afraid of cross-contaminating when it comes to chicken and eggs and all that. Okay, now we need to add our milk, and we are going to do half a cup of milk in here. There we go. So let's mix that up. So we've got our dry ingredients and our wet ingredients. Okay, so now we're going to add these together. I want to be able to keep both of these handy. I'm going to pour this in. And before we add our blueberries, we want to get this well mixed. Okay? Because when we add the blueberries, we're just going to be folding them in. So let me go ahead and start mixing this. And actually, really quickly, I've already washed this. We're going to zest this lemon. And put lemon zest in here. Oh my goodness, it smells amazing. I love lemon. It reminds me of spring. I feel like spring is almost here. We want a whole teaspoon of lemon zest. And actually, I don't know what that is that just came off the lemon. But I'm going to get that out of there. You know, sometimes the skin just has little pieces on it of whatever. If you've never zested a lemon, it is just this simple. Now, if you want to, you could also cut open this lemon and squeeze some fresh juice in there. And if you want less lemon zest, then do less. If you want more, then do more. I love lemon. So I'm going to do a lot, but 1 teaspoon is what you want if you're following the directions. Okay. You're going to have some that collects on the back, so just grab it and push it in. Okay. So let's stir this up. It smells so good. And I should probably be using my larger whisk, but why dirty up a bunch of dishes, right? Okay, so this is going to, let's see here. I'm trying to prevent from having to put my hands in there. Okay, let's use this. So it's going to be a little lumpy. This is not going to be, we're making bread, so it's not going to be like cake batter, so it is a little lumpier. It's all coming together. We do want to make sure we get it all well mixed in there. Oh, this smells amazing. But look at how easy this was. It is literally, the only thing you may not have on hand is the lemon. And honestly, you could probably use lemon extract if you have some. Or if you have lemon essential oil, as long as it is a an oil that is one that is guaranteed seed to seal. You could totally, I cook with oils all the time. I used to cook with oils a lot more, but you could certainly put a couple of drops of lemon essential oil in if you prefer to do that. Again, it needs to be one that is food grade. So, and then Young Living is what I use, although I'm no longer consistently getting their oils. Or you could, what was the other thing I was going to say? I was going to give you another alternative. I don't remember what it was. So we're going to drop the blueberries in here. And this only calls for 3/4 of a cup of blueberries. However, I'm just going to put all of these in here and we're going to fold these in gently. Oh, I was going to say the only things you're probably not going to have on hand are the blueberries potentially, unless you keep them in your fridge all the time, which now they're at the grocery store pretty consistently. So you likely may have them on hand, especially as we get into spring. But the lemon and the blueberries are probably the only things you may have to run to the store to get, because butter, milk, sugar, flour, baking powder are probably all things that you always have on hand. Okay, I do need to grab my spray. coconut spray and spray the inside of my pan. You can use a glass pan. You want to use a bread pan or a metal one. I love this metal one. I got this at, what brand is it? It's USA Pan is the brand. I want to say I got that at Bed Bath & Beyond. I make meatloaf in it. I've made other breads in it. It is super, super durable and thick. Very well made. Very handy. I love it. Okay, I'm just cleaning off my spoon here. And we're going to go ahead and start putting our dough in here. This is thick. Just going to drop it in, and then we're going to bake it. It is going to take about an hour for this to cook. So it's going to cook at 350 degrees, and it is going to cook for 60 minutes to 70 minutes. So generally about an hour for a loaf of bread in the oven. This kind of bread. Okay. I really encourage you, if you don't have any of these rubber spatulas, they are so good for getting everything out of a bowl. This is super thick though, so it's going to take a little bit more work. I can hear my kids coming down. Hey Luke Henry, how are you? Oh, I don't know where that is. Ask Dad. Oh no? Are your brothers up? We did not get the trash out last night, so we have got to do that. Those boys got to get up. Those boys better get their tails up. Okay, so we're getting all this out. See? All right, I'm just going to smear this in here. How are you this morning, Luke Henry? Good?
Can I help?
I'm done. I'm going to put this in the oven.
Mom, can I help with that in the oven?
You could totally make this the night before. If this is something that on a school night or a school day, it's going to be hard for you to make in the morning. You could certainly make it at night and just, you know, cover it in foil and either pop it in the fridge or leave it on the counter so that it's ready to go for the next morning before when the kids get up for school.
Mommy,
There we go.
Can I help with the oven?
Yeah, you can help me in just a second. But there you go. It is that easy. 350 degrees for 60 minutes to 70 minutes. That's how long we're going to cook it for, and it is that simple. Hey, Sherry Lynn, how are you? I will take a picture when this is done and show you guys what it looks like when it's all done. I cannot wait. It smells amazing. The lemon smells so good. I've got flour on me. The blueberries look yummy. I cannot wait to eat this. So that's it. It is that simple. Literally takes just a few minutes to throw together. So I'll take pictures when it's done and show you guys. I hope you're having a great Friday, and I hope that you are wrapping up your week. Maybe today is the day that you start figuring out your meal plan for next week.
Mom, do you need a minute?
I will need those. He's getting me the pot holders. I will need these. You're right. But I don't need them to put it in the oven. I need it to take it out of the oven when it's hot. Anyway, I hope that you're getting your meal planning done and you're sticking to your meal plan. We're going to do, we've got some stuff going on here where...
Take it out of the oven.
That's right. That's how you do it. We have a funeral to go to. Once we get back, we are going to next week work on doing some freezer meals. We haven't done freezer meals in a while, so we're going to get some of that done and do some make-ahead meals as well.
I helped with the other freezer meal.
You have helped me with freezer meals. You're right. So smart. And we also have a brand new cookbook that's hitting the store that is Whole30 slow cooker recipes, 30 of them. I need to get that uploaded. It's been ready for almost a week. I need to get it over in the store at getdinneronthetable.net so that you guys can start making some of those recipes. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to put this in the oven. We'll chat with you later. Have a great rest of your Friday. I'll share a picture when it's done. Bye.